Crazy Hungarian Joe here. Hope everybody's having a wonderful week so far. It's hump day. Hump to dance. It's a chance to do the hump. Bow. Do me, baby. Hope everybody's having a great week so far. It was exciting last weekend. We had our Beyond the Con last weekend. And it's live from YouTube. It's Friday night. We had gave a few comics away. Got a couple of winners. That was pretty cool. Had a good time. That was a good weekend. Everybody is at Heroes Con out in Charlotte, and those that did not go, we hung out here and just kind of gave some free comics away. You know, not everybody can make it to North Carolina. Not yet. I picked up a whole bunch of, got a couple of DC horror and got quite a few gold key horrors, which I was going through, and about a dollar bin, and I thought that I would show some off to you guys. I think I might have showed them on, when I show books on my live stream, I don't really get a chance to really get into them in depth or detail or anything like that, so I like to go, do them again. Start off here. Do you dare enter the House of Mystery? 100-page super spectacular. Number 224. A buck. I haven't read it yet. Who did I just see? It's like we got a werewolf involved in this one. Growl. Ugh. And looks like we got a little Spectre action. Story with the Spectre. Right there. Yeah. So that's going to be kind of fun. Really excited. I like these old Bronze Age horror. Then I picked up issue number 76. It's Midnight, the Witching Hour. Great cover there. Looks like he's going to get eaten by a shark. I don't know. It is Jaws season. It's a great cover. Look at that. Awesome. Number 76, January of 78. Luis Dominguez did the cover on this one. Doing my research, folks. So that's kind of cool. Dr. Spectre presents. Now we'll get into my gold keys that I picked up. Really excited about these just because like I said, my favorite time of horror, 70s. This here is issue number 2, 1975. Jesse Santos did the cover. Spine-tingling tales. It's like we got a Mummy and Imhotep. I don't know. So yeah, it's kind of cool, kind of an old West type. Dr. Spectre, Dr. Phil Spectre. That's not true. I just lied. Yeah, I don't know what doctor it is. It's Dr. Spectre, but we don't know his first name. Ripley's Believe It or Not, True Ghost Stories. Number 60 from 1976. And the cover is by George Wilson, also known as the Rembrandt of the Gold Key books. Did a lot of covers. It's interesting when I was doing research on these covers, how a lot of people don't know. There's no actual fact of who actually did these covers. So a lot of times, most of them were by George Wilson, but a few other names will pop up there, and most of them are he's attributed for most of them, but a lot of times just the artists would just kind of jump in there. But you can tell Wilson's got the painted, it's really, really out there. But this, anyway, I'll shut up. This is issue number 60. The Rembrandt of the Gold Key comics. This was one of those covers. This is issue number 64 from 1976. Great cover there. But this is one of those covers where Ken Bold and Mo Galoob are attributed to doing the cover. But could be Wilson, could be not. Doesn't look like Wilson, but you know, you never know. Weird, eerie, authentic. Then, of course, we have issue number 70, 77. This is George Wilson right here is attributed to doing this. Kind of like that. Gold Key had some great covers, like seriously. And a lot of you old timers out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So that's going to be a fun read. Then we're going to hit into some Grimm's ghost stories. George Wilson again, 76, number 29. Something about the devil. I don't know. It's like no holds bar, you know. They just, 76, so that would have been 3 years after The Exorcist, kind of close to the Omen period. So yeah, it's all possession and devils in Hollywood and art, so books. Even Carrie, I believe, came out in 75, 76. That had to do with some mystic shit. Alright, so there we got that one. Another Grimm's Ghost Stories. The Phantom Treasure was real, and he wanted it. Issue number 30, 76. Another George Wilson cover for you there. Mr. Wilson, can you paint us another cover? Wilson, he was a busy dude. I believe this cover here is one of the, of all the Wilson covers, this is in the top 10 maybe of most favorite covers. So thank you, 3D Relic in downtown Minot. Another Grimm's Ghost Stories, number 32, 1976. Different cover artist here, Dan Spiegel. Did this one. Or that's what they want us to believe. But that's, for the research, that's who I found who did the cover on this one. I like that. The old woman there. Old hag. Put a spell on somebody. This one isn't. I gotta find some Silver Age bags and covers. But this year is from 1973, issue number 10. Come Dance With Me. And a fun cover there. And I believe this is probably another George Wilson cover. And I really like this cover. Gold Key, issue number 37 from May 1977. Star Wars came out that month. George Wilson cover. And the writer was George Lucas, George Wilson. One and the same? No. So that's kind of a cool cover right there. Of course, issue number 37. It's like somebody might have a gambling problem. Death stacks the deck in a card game with a ghost. There is a, if you remember the 80s, when they redid the Twilight Zone TV show, CBS, there was one episode called The Card Game that had Morgan Freeman, Dan Hedaya, Garrett Morris, where the devil comes to play cards with these guys. And it is so well written. I love that the 80s, what was it, like 84 through 80, 83, 86. One of my favorites. George Wilson is attributed to doing the issue number 40, September of 77. I have an extra one of these, so I'm going to be Sending it off to Kentucky to a friend of mine. I got a couple friends, but this guy, let's just say I owe him an AOK. Shannon. So I've got an extra cover of this one. That's kind of cool. I'm excited to read this one too. Issue number 40. Issue number 41 from 77. George Roussos did the cover of this one. It's one of my favorite. Up here with the Missouri River and, Lewis and Clark, spent the winter in North Dakota. They found Sacagawea, and kind of reminds me of that. A lot of Native American culture and stories and heritage up here, and just, some of it's pretty cool. Now we're going to hit the fun stuff. I almost shit myself when I found these. We have issue number 48, 1973. That's how old I am. George Wilson cover, Boris Karloff, Tales of Mystery. Awesome. A lot of... Started reading these. Good stuff. Good stuff. And then we have, this is kind of almost Fly-ish. Movie The Fly, the old Vincent Price Fly, not the puke your guts out Jeff Goldblum Fly. Frank Boulay did the cover in this one, issue number 52, 1974. Frank Boulay. Looks like some French guy would do that. We going to put the bugs. Sorry, that was really insensitive of me. All French people sound like Pepe Le Pew. 1974, issue number 52, Boris Karloff. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, close to the eye. God, I hate spiders. That would be an ant. Ant versus a fly, maybe? Mech X is here. Look out, world. With the George Wilson cover, February 76, issue number 66. Oh no, the hairdresser. She's getting a permit. Wait, what do they used to call them? A perm, but it was a permanent? I don't frickin' know. And you got the dead skeleton. You got the skeleton hand holding everything. Interesting. Mech X is alive and deadly. Must be a lot of Mech X stuff going on. With Boris Karloff. Frank Boulay did the cover on this one, number 68, June of 76. So that's kind of a cool cover. It's like that guy's got a cinder block and it's going to smash that robot. I don't know. Here's another Wilson cover that's really popular. This is a Whitman, number 70, 1976, George Wilson. Here's another one of those in the top 20, I believe, of Wilson covers. Got a dragon and dude with treasure and underwatery stuff, and someone's getting strangled. Typical Thursday for some people. The Magic Dragon of Jusao. So here's another one here. Jack Sparling may have also did the cover for this because he did draw most of the issue. There's nothing specifically saying George Wilson did do the cover on this. If anybody out there knows who did issue number 72, Gold Key, Boris Karloff, 76, December. Drop it in the comments. I'll get back to you in at least a month. I'm so bad. I've been so busy getting back to people in comments. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, it's kind of a cool cover. I like that. The dude's like, uh-oh. Within the monster's death grip, the gladiator was reborn. Jesse Santos did the cover on this of April 77, issue number 74. Cool cover right there. Minotaur. Awesome stuff. And there's Boris. Hello, Boris. Have I told the story? Got stranded up here one year? Back in like 1919? Stuck in a snowstorm? Another Jesse Santos cover, June 77, issue number 75. Two modern-day thieves with old ideas stumble into an ancient treasure-filled world. Cool, cool. And last but not least, the chameleon creature. It could be anything waiting to strike from anywhere. George Wilson again. From October 77, issue number 78. Look at that. It's like the old, some of the old paperbacks from back then, sci-fi. Is that a lamp? He's like a chandelier. Chandelier! Lot 666. Phantom of the Opera. So yeah. Anyway, just wanted to kind of show these again. It was a few weeks back. Like I said, I really want to start getting into more research and knowledge of what I've been reading and what I like to read, and you know, can't run blindly all the time. But yeah, so it's really cool. I like this Jesse Santos, George Wilson. Those are awesome covers too. So, but yeah, so we have the live show on Friday, starting at 8, and then please show up and get in the chat. We'll have, who knows who'll be there. We'll be showing some more books, stuff like that, and then Saturday night, Joe and Tuck's Spooky Hour. I don't know if we're going to be doing it again this week. Last weekend we didn't do it because of the Beyond the Con we were doing, and Tuck was busy. But there was a lot of stuff going on. I didn't want to interrupt other people's. I would rather have watched the other guys, Razor Comics, Kevin, Random Reads, Swagda had a giveaway. A few other people's, Cheap Comic Collector, Rob had one, a couple of them. He gave a lot of stuff away. That was awesome. I won one thing all last weekend. It was from Cheap Comic Collector. I believe it's a Doctor Strange magnet or something. So that's kind of cool, because winning stuff is neat. But yeah, that's it. That's it for this week. I don't know if I'll be getting another video out. I'm going to be taking a trip here soon, so I'll keep everybody posted on that. And then I'm going to try to got some stuff, personal family stuff I got to take care of. And I don't know if we'll have a show that week. It'll be up to the other guys. Hopefully they'll want to jump on there if I can't, or if I'm on the road, which I will be. Might have to, that's my De Niro. Might jump on or something like that in a hotel room. Have a great rest of your week. See you Friday night. Hopefully see you Saturday night. Remember, Cheap Comic Collector has his auctions this weekend. And Swag, I believe, will be having a live show. It's his birthday on Saturday or Friday, I believe, the 27th. Yay! It's my birthday on the 29th of this month, 52. And then, of course, Razor, he'll have a few shows out this weekend. I believe he's got a show out. Everybody's got shows going on, you know. But yeah, guys, have a great rest of your week. Thank you for watching. Any of those covers, if you guys have any other information on those covers, the gold keys that I showed in the video, please make a comment. Set me straight. School me. That's fine. I can take criticism. Thanks, guys. Have a great one.